Hello there, my fellow myth and fantasy nerds. My name is Tanner, and I'd like to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. So, a question that's been on my mind a lot lately is what are some mythical creatures that are surprisingly wholesome? Meaning, are there creatures throughout mythology that are surprisingly uplifting, innocent, and just give you that warm and cuddly feeling inside? So for this week's video, I will be going over my top 10 surprisingly wholesome mythical creatures, in no particular order. Whether they are kind, good-natured, cute, and cuddly, what have you, these are creatures whose stories just give me that boost of serotonin. So as always, please make sure to leave a like on this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe down below. Pretty please! It'll help me make more content for you. And without further ado, here are 10 mythical creatures that are surprisingly wholesome. Number 10, the Wulver. The Wulver is a werewolf like creature from the Shetland Islands in Scotland, and though it can become violent if and when provoked, the Wulver is generally peaceful and benevolent. The Wulver is said to be an avid fisherman and will leave some fish in the windowsill of anyone who's a little low on their funds. So, in short, a friendly werewolf that gives fish to poor people. So sweet and wholesome, one of the goodest boys. Number 9, Quetzalcoatl. Now, Quetzalcoatl, in the myths of the ancient Aztec people, was a god of light, the wind, the west, the planet Venus, arts and crafts, and knowledge, among other things. He was sometimes symbolized as a feathered serpent, which, funnily enough, is what Quetzalcoatl translates to, and was said to be the only god of the Aztec pantheon who was not a fan of human sacrifice. Now, if that doesn't say wholesome, I don't know what does. Number 8, Simurgh. In Persian mythology, Simurgh is a mystical bird-like creature that appears fearsome, big enough to pick up a fully grown elephant and carry it away, with the body of a peacock, the head of a dog, and the paws of a lion. Despite her fearsome appearance, and yes, in every story she's mentioned, Simurgh is unambiguously female, she is known to be highly benevolent. She even took in the baby Zal, son of Sam, when he was abandoned on her mountain home for being born albino. She taught him how to be a great warrior, and when Zal's future wife, Rudaba, was having complications with labor, Simurgh even taught him how to perform cesarean sections. Number 7, the Kenmun. Now, the Kenmun is a creature from Japan, and is kind of like the much hairier cousin of another Japanese creature, the Kappa. Now, similar to their cousins, the Kenmun possess a natural depression on their heads that is usually filled with water or oil, depending on the story, which just so happens to be the source of their power and strength. Also similar to their cousins, if one were to trick the Kenmun into bowing or standing on their heads, thereby causing them to spill the water or oil, the Kenmun will become weak. Now, Kenmun cannot resist competition and will definitely accept a sumo challenge when one is presented with it. However, they will help out lone woodcutters with carrying heavy loads of wood, and will also never forget when someone does them a favor or is simply kind to them. Number 6, the Shojo. Staying in Japan for a bit, the Shojo is a spirit that tends to have a red face and hair, as well as a love of sake. Now, according to legend, a young man came across a group of shoujo having a beach party and asked them for some of their sake, as his ailing father's last wish was to drink sake. Not only did they give him some, but the sake was infused with magical properties, which healed the young man's father. A greedy neighbor heard about this sake and wanted some for himself. However, because his intentions were not pure of heart, the sake that was given to him acted as a poison, which was only reversed when he repented of his greed. Number 5, the Dijiang. Now, the Dijiang of Chinese lore is the spirit of primordial chaos, appearing as a headless, pig-like creature with reddish-orange fur, 6 legs, and 4 wings. Despite the fact that it has no head and no face, and apparently lives in a perpetually confused state, it does know how to sing and dance, and does so cheerfully. Aww. Number 4, Kasogonagá. Hailing from South America, the Kasogonagá is an adorable anteater-like creature, sometimes depicted with rainbow fur, that is said to be a sky deity. It can control rain, thunder, lightning, and other such phenomena, but is known to be very friendly and helpful. It's said that when the land is parched by drought, if one can either summon Kasagonaga or find one and help it on its way home to the sky, it will reward you with much needed rain. How cute! Number 3, the Aralez. Now, the Aralez, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, are creatures from Armenian folklore that tend to take the form of winged dogs. These good boys are said to be able to heal people's wounds and illnesses simply by licking them, and are even powerful enough to bring people back from the dead. Number 2, Baku. Now, these creatures from Japan are said to be chimerical in nature. However, appearance-wise, their description tends to match real-world tapirs. What makes the Baku wholesome, though, is the fact that they tend to feed off dreams, specifically nightmares. When a Baku feeds on a nightmare, that tends to leave room for more peaceful dreams and therefore allows others to sleep better. Number 1, household spirits. Brownies, kobolds, domovoi, hobs, whatever you call these creatures, their stories do tend to be very similar. These creatures tend to live in well-kept houses and will do things such as household chores, helping with farm animals, and even chasing away pests in return for food. However, if the other inhabitants of the house disrespect the spirit in some way or another, they may find a vengeful, mischievous being on their hands. And there we have it. Those were 10 surprisingly wholesome mythical creatures. If you liked this video and you want more, please consider leaving a like and subscribing down below so you don't miss any new content from me. So what do you think of these creatures? Are there any that I missed? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you have any ideas that you want to see in future videos, please leave those suggestions in the comments as well. Who knows? It might just happen. Alright. Well, that's all the time I have for this video, so I'll see you all next week with some brand new content for you. See you guys then.